Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you for your support. Now let's enjoy the video. Alright, we are going to continue with our MLB Mount Rushmores, where I'm naming the 4 best players in each franchise's history. I'm going in alphabetical order. Thus far, I've done the Arizona Diamondbacks, Atlanta Braves, Baltimore Orioles, Boston Red Sox, and Chicago Cubs. Next, we got that other team from Chicago, the Chicago White Sox. The Chicago White Sox have had a lengthy history. Thus, like pretty much all of these was not an easy endeavor to do. I'm going to include actually 3 batters and 1 hitter, and I'll have some honorable mentions that I'll name at the end. Some Hall of Fame players couldn't make it. In their history, they were known as the Chicago White Stockings from 1900 to 1903, and they have been known as the Chicago White Sox, since 1904. So now 117 years of Chicago White Sox baseball. All right, I'll be naming the players in alphabetical order by last name. I do not rank them. First, we got Luke Appling. Luke Appling was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1964. As you could see, Hall of Famer, 7-time All-Star, and won 2 batting titles. If we look at his stats, he played 20 seasons, all with the White Sox, from 1930 to 1950. During that time, he was a 2-time batting champ, including hitting .388 in 1936. Twice finished second in AL MVP voting. Had 2 other top 10 finishes. Altogether, in his lengthy 20 seasons with the White Sox, he batted .310 with 1,116 RBIs, 1,319 runs, 2,749 hits, and 440 doubles. Also 102 triples and 179 stolen bases. Great career for Luke Appling, Hall of Fame, and spent his entire career with the White Sox. Next, we have Eddie Collins. Eddie Collins, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1939. MVP winner in his career. If we look at his career numbers, spent his first 9 seasons with the Philadelphia Athletics, then moved on to the Chicago White Sox before spending his last 4 years with the Athletics again. So 25-year career, nearly half, 12 of them with the Chicago White Sox. During his White Sox tenure, he hit .331 with an 849 OPS, 803 RBIs, 368 stolen bases, 1,065 runs, and 2,007 hits. He was a member of their 1917 World Series team. As you can see, the majority of years he batted over .300 for the White Sox in 10 of his 12 seasons he did. Twice he finished as the runner-up for MVP. He led the league in stolen bases 3 times. 3 times with the White Sox scored over 100 runs. Something you won't see in today's game, I could assure you of that. Look at that walk to strikeout ratio. Almost 5 to 1, like 4.8 to 1. 965 walks to 205 strikeouts. I believe that's actually 4.7 to 1, around there if you round. Absolutely incredible. Again, you'll never see that again in the history of baseball. I can pretty much assure you of that. Eddie Collins, first ballot Hall of Famer, amazing career. Next, we got the big hurt, Frank Thomas, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2014 won 2 MVPs, 5-time All-Star, 4-time Silver Slugger, and won a batting title. If we look at his career numbers, he played his first 16 seasons with the White Sox before ending his career with the Athletics and Blue Jays. In his 16 seasons with the White Sox, batted .307 with nearly a 1,000 OPS, .995, 448 home runs, 2,136 hits, 1,327 runs scored, 1,465 RBIs. Definitely was one of the best hitters in the mid 90s, as you could see. Won back-to-back MVPs in 1993 to 1994. It was named to the All-Star team 5 straight years from 1993 to 1997. Had top 8 MVP finishes for 7 straight years from 1991 to 1997. And then also was the AL MVP runner-up in 2000. Great eye at the plate. 4 times led the league in walks. 4 times on base percentage. 4 times OPS. Won the batting title in 1997. Once led in doubles. Had 5 seasons of at least 40 homers in a White Sox uniform. The big hit, definitely one of the best hitters in the 1990s into the early 2000s. Well-deserved place on this Mount Rushmore. And last, we got Ed Walsh. Ed Walsh, in the Hall of Fame, twice led the majors in ERA, and was a member of the White Sox 1906 World Series title. If we look at his career, he almost pitched his whole career with the White Sox. His first 13 seasons from 1904 to 1916. And if you look at the all-time career ERA leaders, who's at the top of the list for the lowest career ERA? That's right, Ed Walsh, 1.82, microscopic. Yes, it was an entirely different era where we saw a lot of, it was a pitcher's league back then. But, he's not the only pitcher that pitched during that time, and yet he has the lowest ERA all time. So much respect to him for that. As you could see in his career, his 13 seasons with the White Sox, 195 and 125 record with his 1.81 ERA, so slightly lower, under a 1 whip. Absolutely incredible. Not even 2 walks per 9 innings. A lot of black ink on his page. Led the league in wins once, ERA twice, complete games twice, shutouts 3 times, even saves 5 times. I don't even think they were counting saves back then, but Baseball Reference went back and figured that out. Yeah, innings pitched 4 times, strikeouts twice. Ed Walsh, again, the all-time leader in career ERA. I bet if you asked, that is a trivia question, 19 out of 20 baseball fans probably would not be able to get that answer. Ed Walsh, the 4th and final member of the Chicago White Sox Mount Rushmore. Joining him, Luke Appling, Eddie Collins, and the big hurt Frank Thomas. As pretty much the majority of all of these that I've done so far, not an easy endeavor to partake in. Of course, this is extremely subjective. I fully expect people to disagree. Have someone else in their Mount Rushmore. Maybe one of these names I'm about to include in honorable mentions. We got Minnie Minoso, legendary player. Luis Aparicio in the Hall of Fame. Paul Konerko. Jose Abreu, the 2020 AL MVP. We got a couple old-time pitchers in Red Faber, Ted Lyons, Shoeless Joe Jackson. If you wanted to go more current, you could say players like Mark Burley, Robin Ventura. So a lot of guys you could have included, and that's to be expected when they've been a franchise since 1900. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments who would be in your White Sox Mount Rushmore. As I mentioned, I'm going in alphabetical order. So next will be the Cleveland. Now they'll be known as the Guardians. So stay tuned for that tomorrow. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.